What's up, guys? Today is my first day running through a completely restructured leg routine, which includes running, but not as an endurance exercise. Um, it's going to be plyometric force production and flexibility. So basically, instead of trying to run as long as I can, I'm going to be trying to have a powerful long stride. This is my first time touching it, so I think these treadmills only go up to 12 miles an hour, which is nothing crazy, but we're going to see what it looks like. My inspiration, by the way, for the technique, right, the running form that I'm trying to have comes from the trailer for the very first vanilla World of Warcraft video game. There's a night elf that she just looks like a gazelle. It's beautiful, but that's what I'm going for here. Let's see, I'm not very good at these. I'm just going to hit 10 and see if it'll jump up to 10 miles an hour. Yes, it will. All right, here we go. I'm literally only going to be doing like 20 seconds at a time. I'm just trying to get a beautiful long stride. That's 7, 8, 9, 10. This is super easy. I'm just thinking about technique here. And that's one set. We jump down to 3, just walk and recover. But I'm not a runner by any means. But I think the ability to jump into a respectable stride is kind of a very basic athletic feat. So something I want to start working on a little bit more. It's also a great opportunity to utilize and maintain plyometric force production and flexibility that I'm otherwise super interested in. So, just for reference, sprinters, they're good ones anyway. They're over 25 miles an hour, right, in the 100, 200 meter. Even in the 400, real athletes are cruising over 20 miles an hour in that sort of distance. So, for 20 seconds, 12 miles an hour is absolutely nothing. Right? That's not even a marathon pace, right? At least not a competitive one. But so I really wish these went up to like 15 or 18. If I ever build a home gym, I'll probably get a high-speed treadmill. But we're going to jump up to 12, and we're still just focusing on that stride length. I might have to think about doing, slightly longer runs, just because if I use the treadmill, it's not going to get particularly difficult. But it's still a good way to practice technique, especially in the beginning. Go for long strides here. Cycle those legs. Not an aerobic exercise. There we go. That felt pretty good. Maybe I should count my steps just to kind of see if I can be consistent in my training. But that was 12 miles an hour. It felt like a good, nice, long, open stride. To really utilize all of the plyometric force production and flexibility that I have, even going for a super long stride. I'd really need more speed, but especially since this is my first time running at all in almost a year, this is going to be great practice. So that was one set at 10, one at 12. I'll probably do like 3 more sets at 12. Right, I'm going to structure it a lot like my strength training, because this is a performance. I'm going for clean execution here. not training endurance. And no matter how long you watch this channel, you'll probably never see me train endurance, but we'll see. Right, that's when I say endurance, I guess I'm usually referring to glycolytic function, right? So low intensity weightlifting, right? Time under tension, those 45-second 1-minute sets, right? Glycolysis range, or higher intensity aerobics. I do a lot of, right, I work on the extremes of the spectrum. I work in power and strength, which is my interest. And then at the extreme other end, I do a lot of walking, right, which is such low intensity that it's just burning calories, but doesn't really doesn't wear you out. It's not really facilitating the development of aerobic anatomy or respiratory anatomy. Anyway, here we go, another set of 12. Actually, let me see if I can. All right. Okay, this is going to be 13. I thought these capped at 12, but I'll get to test my limit for another second. For a little bit anyway. Once it gets to 13, I'll count steps. Open stride. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that feels good. So, I don't know how high this goes, but I'll definitely do the next set at 14 miles an hour. And we'll start to see how speedy I am these days. Probably not very speedy. Again, this is my first time even moving my legs like this at all in a year. It's kind of funny I say the baseline athletic feature, but in my daily life, I'm much more likely to do a backflip than I am to run. So, but as long as you keep the intensity high, it's actually going to do a lot more for your legs than you might think. You see the marathoners with, they're ultra skinny. And that's because they're training that aerobic anatomy, which does not take up size. But you look at sprinters and who use glycolytic function, they are muscular. They have excellent legs. And it's such a natural way to use the entire leg. So I think it actually has a lot of potential in bodybuilding. But anyway, 13 was, it's kind of embarrassing to say, but I'll be honest, it was a little bit of a challenge. So 14, definitely start to push my limits, I think. But, and just like my strength training, I'm not really, there's no specific rest period. I'm just feeling it out. When I'm ready, I'm ready. This uses so much musculature that it's definitely going to get your heart rate up and your breathing. But anyway, here we go, 14 miles an hour. I wish it got there faster. I feel like by the time the speed builds up to 14, already a little bit winded. But I guess that would be good for me too. If there's anything I want to have endurance, it'd be my legs. Alright, technique. Keeping that tight, cycling the legs, picking it up to 11, 12, 13, stop, 13, 2, 13, Alright, well, I got in a bunch of steps. Okay, now it goes up to 14. now that I was already running for 30 seconds, remind me next session to use a different treadmill. Hopefully that's the problem. I don't know what was going on there, but for my first session, even that speed at 13, I'm pretty happy. I just get to try it out, get a feel for it. Anytime you start a new exercise, and there's probably going to be, in my experience, it depends on how experienced you are. With myself being highly experienced in a variety of training methodology or methods, maybe 3-4 sessions before I really start to see the benefits of that exercise, right, which is 2 weeks. I always train everything twice a week, but that's something you see in new lifters. Right? If you're inexperienced, most of the adaptations are neurological for a month and a half, and then you start developing actual anatomy. Well, so I'd really like to get in a few steps at 14, but I'm just going to hit a 15 this time. Maybe if I do that, it'll go up to 14, but we'll see. So just for a record, this is like a approaching world record mile pace. It's for a mile, right? So in terms of power, 15 miles an hour is not impressive. Sorry. All right, cycling. Or 13. 13. 13. All right, yeah. It lets me input 15. Now it goes up to 15. But I guess when I'm on it, 13's all that's going to happen. Maybe that's my weight or some kind of safety function or something. But anyways, I'm pleased. It's definitely more of an endurance component to that than my training of late. But that's okay. And it was fun to open up my stride. And I just set it to cool down, whatever that is. It's at 4.5. I don't want to cool down at 4.5. Honestly, I don't want to cool down at all. I'm not done with my workout, but that's the method that I'll be using to run for, well, as long as I feel like it. All right, peace out.